What's up, everybody? So today I went to the high-risk doctor. I went to see the high-risk doctor this morning, and I got a lot of answers to questions that we had.
The first question that we want to ask for the high-risk doctor to tell us is diet. Like, how will we pre-diet before pregnancy?
Yeah. So she told us that pretty much because during my pregnancy I had lost, during the last pregnancy I had lost a lot of my appetite. Had lost a lot of my appetite, that she wanted to make sure that I was slowly reintroducing foods and to try to eat healthier options. But if I'm still not up to eating certain things, just to eat smaller meals throughout the day and just try to make them as healthy as possible. Just make sure that my calories are up there.
Next question we have for the HR doctor is working out, like powerlifting or anything.
She told me that she actually has other people who powerlift that come to her office to see her, and she told me it's perfectly fine so long as I'm not water cutting or dieting some crazy way to prep for a meet. I'm cool. I might have to come back. I might have to step back from it later on in the next pregnancy, like toward the end of the second trimester. But so long as my body allows it, I can continue to lift heavy and do the things that I've already been doing since I've been powerlifting for so long. My body's used to it, and she doesn't believe that it can have any effect on whether or not we miscarry, being that it's a physical stressor that my body's used to doing.
The juicy, the good stuff, sex while you're pregnant early.
So I talked to her about that, and she says there's nothing wrong with it. Actually, when you get pregnant, your cervix actually closes, and there's kind of like a pillow there that protects the baby.
Medication and being at high risk while being pregnant was the next question that we had.
So this one was actually the most important one to me because I was quite upset at how our miscarriage happened. I had a lot of questions as to whether or not my anti-seizure meds had something to do with the miscarriage. So we learned today that the only time that my anti-seizure meds can actually make a difference is later on after 9 weeks of pregnancy. So I will be seeing my high-risk doctor after the ninth week to make sure that the baby is progressing size-wise. With that being said, the medicine that I am on can kind of hinder the growth of the baby, so they want to monitor me and the baby throughout the pregnancy just to make sure everything goes A-okay. Just an update on how we are feeling. So it's now been 9 days past our miscarriage, and I feel back to normal. I've been powerlifting since I think like last Wednesday. As soon as I started feeling a tad bit better, I went back to the gym to try to take my mind off things and feel like I can have something to look forward to. I felt perfectly fine, but to be completely honest, although it's been a little taxing sometimes, I feel like my body is still going through some changes, and we are starting to try right away, and I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but I do actually feel some symptoms that I felt before. I'm not sure if it's just lingering, but I guess, we'll find out later on. How are you feeling?
I lost my appetite after the miscarriage, which is very disappointing because I've been struggling to gain weight, and then first time being pregnant, I had a bottomless stomach. Like literally a bottomless stomach. I didn't know what full felt like anymore, and I can just eat for days and just eat whenever or wake up from a nap, whatever. I was just hungry. I was like, but full time hungry. It wasn't like I needed a snack. I needed a meal, like every like 10 to 15 minutes.
He had like, I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but like the father, the husband, the boyfriend, whoever, the father of the baby can actually pick up like what they call sympathy symptoms. So as soon as I got pregnant, actually before we knew we were pregnant, roles had switched. I'm always eating. And at that moment, I stopped wanting to eat everything, and then he wanted to eat everything. And literally, as soon as we lost the baby, like maybe like 2 days, like 2 days later, his appetite like completely plummeted, like immediately. So we're just gonna remain hopeful that it happens soon. I've been trying to make sure that I relax a lot more, because when you stress out, it puts extra stress on everything in your body, especially when you're trying to conceive again.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're just gonna remain hopeful. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. So we'll see you in the next video.
Stay tuned.